We cherish each other. We feel safe and secure loving each other. We know that our love is sacred. We know that our love is secure. Guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, my name is Kim. This is Core Union. Today, I want to talk again about how your life with your specific person, true love, mirror soul, soulmate, twin flame, twin soul, whatever you want to label the relationship, you have to realize that it's your choice to choose to trust in the end of you guys being together, recognizing that, again, all creation is finished and that you wouldn't have such a strong magnetic pull towards your person. You would only have that if that reality actually existed. It's that simple. When you kind of get into harmony and an alignment with your heart and soul and not in harmony or in alignment with your limiting beliefs and your fears, and you recognize we already chose each other, we belong together, we always did belong together. It's just that my fears came into the picture and it caused me internally to want to run away. And so when that happens within me, then that's also happening within my person simultaneously. Quantum entanglement, without getting too much into it, all atoms that are entangled move simultaneously in the exact same moment precisely, not like one moves and then the other moves. It's simultaneous, it's instant, it's precise, and it doesn't matter whether the atoms are a mile away from each other or thousands of miles away, or in terms of quantum entanglement, light years away. It's proven, it's a fact. So anyway, I went on a little tangent. Let me bring myself back. You are in good company. Scientists, physicists, quantum physicists, philosophers, the greats, the great mystics, the great thinkers of our time are in alignment and in agreement with a lot of the things that you are learning now. So when you feel like, I feel like this is all delusional, you have to recognize that the only delusion is you believing that you aren't worthy of having the love that you feel deep down in your soul, that you can't make the money that you feel deep down in your heart that you want to make, that you can't have the safety and security and the wonderful, abundant, blissful life. That's the delusion. Okay. Anyway, I want to read a little bit. I want to read a little story out of The Law and the Promise where Neville Goddard read a letter from someone who fell in love with a man that she met on their first date. It was a blind date, and how she knew he was the one. And I want to tell the story of what ended up happening because it's a really beautiful, quick, very quick story also. From my perspective, I believe that before she went on the blind date with him, because creation is already done, they were meant for each other. They already chose each other before they even existed. And then when she met him, she knew, she trusted in it. She did her inner work, her imaginary visual scenes every night, night after night after night. And then she ended up with him. So I'm going to tell the story. Before I get further into this, if you love me, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. It helps my channel grow, and I appreciate you for that. If you want me to be your coach to help you manifest any transformation with your SP at all or anything else, email a short description directly to me from your email address to kim@coreunion.com. Then go to the website, coreunion.com, schedule whatever you want, and then my scheduling assistant, Olga, will get back to you with my next available session. So let me read this, and then whatever else comes out, comes out. So I'm going to start here in Law and the Promise, second paragraph, 274. Try to revise your day every night before falling asleep. Try to visualize clearly and enter into the revised scene with which would be the imaginal solution of your problem. The revised imaginal structure may have a great influence on others, but that is not your concern. The other, quote unquote, influenced in the following story is profoundly grateful for that influence. Late August, while on a blind date, I met the man I wanted to marry. This happens sometimes, and it happened to me. He was everything I had ever thought of as desirable in a husband. 2 days after this enchanted evening, it was necessary for me to change my place of residence because of my work. And in that same week, the mutual friend who had introduced me to this man moved away from the city. I realized that the man I had met probably did not know of my new address. And frankly, I was not sure he even knew my name. Now let me pause here for 1 second. There was a chain of events that her work ended up, she had to literally move cities, and her friend, the mutual friend, also moved away. She didn't stop and worry about that. She didn't, in other words, what I'm saying is she didn't get in her head and think, what am I doing wrong? I must be messing this up. See, sometimes it's the process that you're too hyper focused on process and too worried about the things that happen in your 3D. Okay. So let me just go on with this. After your last lecture, I spoke to you of the situation. Although I had plenty of other dates, I could not forget this one man. Your lecture was based on revising our day. And after speaking to you, I determined to revise my day every day. Before going to sleep that night, I felt I was in a different bed in my own home as a married woman and not as a single working girl, sharing an apartment with three other girls. I twisted an imaginary wedding band on my imaginary left hand, saying over and over to myself, "This is wonderful. I really am Mrs. J.E." And I fell asleep in what was, a moment before, a waking dream. I repeated this imaginary scene for 1 month, night after night. The first week in October, he found me. On our second date, I knew my dreams were rightly placed. Your teaching tells us to live in the end of our desire until that desire becomes fact. So, although I did not know how he felt toward me, I continued night after night, living in the feeling of my dream realized. She didn't continue to question, does he feel the same? Does he want me? Am I good enough? Right? She just continued to use her imagination to go to the end because she had complete faith and trust in this. The results? In November, he proposed. In January, we announced our engagement, and the following May, we were married. The loveliest part of it all, however, is that I am happier than I have ever dreamed possible. And I know in my heart he is too. By using her imagination radically instead of conservatively, by building her world out of pure dreams of fancy rather than using images supplied by memory, she brought about the fulfillment of her dream. Common sense would have used images supplied by her memory and thereby perpetuated the fact of lack in her life. Imagination created what she desired out of a dream of fancy. Everyone must live wholly on the level of imagination, and it must be consciously and deliberately undertaking. If our time of revision be well spent, we need not worry about results. Our fondest hopes will be realized, right? So this is all about truly living from the end, truly trusting in the end, using your imagination and using revision to go all in, go deep into immersing yourself in the dream of what it is that you want, and don't continue worrying. I see a lot of you guys are getting this. I see a lot of you guys are having success stories. There are transformations I'm constantly seeing under the comments. You guys are really leveling up, and I'm super ridiculously over the top proud of you. For those of you guys who are still maybe having a little bit of a challenge with this because of the things that happened in the past, revise it. Use revision, let it go, dream big, expect big, like go 100% all in. Sometimes I get emails from clients in between sessions, or maybe you guys will just ask under the video. I keep spiraling down. I keep having fears. I keep wanting to give up. Is this normal? It is normal. It is part of the process because sometimes when we really dream big, our ego is going to try to say, you're crazy. This is completely delusional. But you just have to talk yourself back from the ledge when that happens. Just talk yourself back and just remind yourself, I trust in the process. I trust in myself. I know my end exists. I know that everything is working in our favor. I know that everything that is happening is contributing to our beautiful, wonderful life together. It's working out for us. Okay. And when you do create your affirmations that are opposing your limiting beliefs, you can use what did come up and make a decision. What is it that you want now? So create an affirmation from that. And then you also want to create off of that affirmation kind of a we and an us affirmation to really bring it into kind of this spirit of oneness as a happy couple, as two people really being there for each other, supporting each other, best friends, always, always, no matter what happens, always there for each other, always there ready to be by each other's side, love each other through everything, no matter what happens. That you guys are just closer and closer together, no matter what challenges you face. The closer you get, the safer you feel. We communicate with love, kindness, and respect no matter what happens. We always meet each other halfway. We always see eye to eye. We cherish each other. We feel safe and secure loving each other. We know that our love is sacred. We know that our love is secure. We love each other deeply and completely. Amen. It's done. All right. So, anyway, short and sweet video. I just wanted to come on to remind you guys that your end already exists. You are already chosen by your person. You and your person are one. Revise the past. Create future memories, get clear of what it is that you want, fall asleep in the wish fulfilled, wake up and do a little bit of inner work to get your mindset right throughout the day, maintain a healthy mental diet, wash and repeat, wash and repeat, wash and repeat. The fears come up, the lies come up, the things from your past, the delusions that you're not worthy of love or that they don't love you equally as much. When they come up, don't entertain them. They're just thoughts. They don't have control over you unless you give them control. They're just thoughts. Okay. You are not your thoughts. That being said, if the same thought comes up over and over and over and over again, okay, change the thought just through revising it. And then again, make it all about we and us. Okay. I know that this video was of some value for someone out there. Please claim it down below and receive the message by telling me that you trust that your end exists and reach out to me if you need me. I love you so much. Have an amazing weekend. Bye-bye.
Nothing can come, nothing can come, nothing can come between us.